Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you knew you were capable, but something inside held you back? Maybe you didn't speak up in a meeting, or you stayed quiet in a group conversation because that small voice in your head said, "What if I sound stupid?" That quiet voice, the one that doubts you, judges you, and compares you to everyone else, often stems from habits we've built over time without even realizing it. And these habits, they slowly chip away at our self-esteem until we wake up one day wondering, why don't I feel confident in myself anymore? In this video, we're diving into 5 destructive habits that are quietly killing your confidence, and more importantly, how to quit them. If you've ever felt stuck in self-doubt, overwhelmed by insecurity, or like you're playing small in life, this one's for you. Let's get into it. 1. Seeking constant validation from others. One of the most common ways people undermine their own confidence is by constantly looking to others for validation. This could be something as simple as posting a photo and anxiously waiting for likes, or always asking for reassurance before making a decision. Over time, this habit tells your brain that your worth depends on external approval, that you're only doing well if someone else says you are. The problem is that when your self-worth is tied to someone else's reaction, you become emotionally fragile. You lose touch with your own intuition and start to silence your inner voice. Confidence thrives on autonomy and self-trust. To break this habit, begin to catch yourself when you're seeking unnecessary approval. Ask yourself, do I really need permission here, or am I capable of deciding this for myself? Rebuilding confidence means learning to validate your own choices even when others don't. 2. Negative self-talk. The second habit that kills confidence is the voice inside your head, the one that criticizes you, doubts your ability, or replays your past mistakes over and over again. You might say things like, "I'm not good enough," "I always mess things up," or "I could never do that." Over time, this internal dialogue becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You start to believe the stories you tell yourself. Negative self-talk is dangerous because it shapes your identity. And when you identify as someone who's not worthy, capable, or talented, your actions begin to reflect that belief. You play small, avoid risks, and stay in your comfort zone. To shift this habit, you need to become aware of your inner critic and start replacing those automatic thoughts with more neutral or empowering ones. This doesn't mean lying to yourself. It means being honest, but kind. Instead of saying, "I always fail," try, "This is challenging, but I'm learning." Confidence grows when you become your own ally, not your enemy. 3. Comparing yourself to others. Comparison is a silent killer of confidence. It often starts with scrolling on social media, watching someone else's success, body, lifestyle, or relationships, and immediately feeling inadequate. The issue with comparison is that it's never a fair fight. You're comparing your behind the scenes with someone else's highlight reel. When you constantly measure your progress against someone else's achievements, you diminish your own journey. You forget your unique strengths, your own path, and your personal goals. This habit creates a false narrative that you're always behind or not doing enough. To quit this habit, start tracking your own progress instead of comparing it to someone else's. Use journaling, habit trackers, or self-reflection to see how far you have come. The only person you should compare yourself to is who you were yesterday. That's where real confidence begins, when you measure yourself against your own growth, not someone else's life. 4. Avoiding discomfort and challenge. Confidence doesn't come from staying safe. It comes from doing hard things and proving to yourself that you can survive, adapt, and grow. But when you constantly avoid discomfort, whether that's public speaking, taking risks, or learning a new skill, you rob yourself of the opportunity to grow that confidence muscle. It's easy to confuse comfort with happiness, but the reality is that most of your growth lives just outside your comfort zone. If you avoid every situation that makes you nervous, you teach your brain that you're incapable, and that fear is something to run from. Over time, this becomes a habit of retreating from life instead of engaging with it. 5. Over-apologizing and downplaying yourself. How often do you say sorry for things you don't need to apologize for? "Sorry, can I ask a quick question?" Or, Sorry, I just wanted to share something real quick. These might seem harmless, but they send a subtle message to both yourself and others that you're unsure, that you don't fully believe in your right to take up space. Over-apologizing is often rooted in people-pleasing and a fear of being seen as too assertive or direct. Similarly, downplaying your ideas, achievements, or skills might feel humble, but it actually erodes your self-worth over time. You're essentially telling the world not to take you seriously. If this video helped you identify a habit you need to work on, take a moment to comment below and share which one resonated the most. And if you're serious about leveling up your mindset and becoming the most confident version of yourself, make sure to subscribe for more videos like this every week. You have everything you need already inside you. The only thing left is to believe it and act on it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.